So my last video, I had already installed the piece of glass in the front window, and cutting glass can be difficult, but it doesn't have to be. And what to cut that piece of glass is I pulled my measurements and I put this up here where I needed it, and I used this outside edge, and to keep it from moving around I just taped it down on the inside here, and here, up top and the bottom, and it leaves my open edge to cut on. And that was the only tool I used to do this. So when you do that, you'll be able to hear it. And what you're hearing is the glass being cut. So you want a nice line like that one all the way across your cut. All the way across where you want it to be cut. And in this case, the piece that I cut was 19.5 inches by 12 7/8. When you're cutting single pane glass for projects like this, I suggest that you cut it an 1/8 inch shorter than you want it. That way, if you get any edges that stick out, because it does happen. I mean, this is not, doesn't come out perfectly all the time, but sometimes you'll get edges that stick out of where you want it to be, and it's nice to have that little bit of space so you're not fighting to get it in. So that makes it pretty easy. And then once you're done making your line, making your cut across the piece, you'll still have this taped down. It'll still be taped down. And then you'll have your line, and you want to line up your line that you've cut on your piece with a nice edge of something. I used this table, and then you come up, you bring it up like this, and you don't want to slam it down too hard, but you want to bring it down hard enough that that piece breaks off. And this is actually, both these pieces are break-offs from the piece that I installed. So this was my first cut all the way across, and then I took the other piece that I had, I made my cut on it, and then this was the second piece that broke off. You look at it, it's pretty nice and straight, and it's a little jagged, but no one's going to see that edge because it's going to be covered up. So you really don't have to worry about having a nice clean cut if no one's going to see it. It just needs to fit. If you're worried about super sharp edges on that glass, you can always take, a piece of sandpaper of any kind. It's like I ended up using just a piece of wood and some sandpaper over it to clean up my edges. I originally tried to make this cut with a level as a straight edge. It didn't work very well. That's why I used the framing square, or I guess it's a framing square, and it turned out pretty good. So hopefully, if that's a project you're running into, that helps you out, and maybe we'll do something else here soon.